boy, is it ever 3 days after I uploaded the last episode. That joke only really works if you pay attention to the upload dates and come to realize that I left a gap of like a month or two. To be fair, I do have a very good reason for the gap. I tend to upload these in batches of either 3 or 6. At some point I recorded 4 episodes, and I kind of forgot about the other 2, so now here I am. And it launches me straight into a tech stream, which is nice of it. It does give me a chance to show off my brand new translation tool though, my friend Yuka, who is Japanese. Except not really though, because I have a rough translation of what that one said, because it's the story of Watercat. We saw it a few episodes back. Kinda sucks actually. There's 47 tech streams in this game, and here I go and keep getting that one. It will be interesting to see if her translation's different to mine though, mainly given how I picked mine together from sentence fragments in a supplementary guidebook, and she actually speaks the language. That said, the one post we had a while back, the one about the underwear shop, she translated that one for me. And I asked if she wouldn't mind taking a look at some text from a Japanese game, because obviously I wanted to know what it says. The first thing I give her is about buying some discounted panties. And I'm surprised she's still talking to me, to be honest with you. I'm glad she is, because she's awesome. Ooh, there's nothing to see, but I'm going to show off this. I did explain this in a previous episode, I think, but here's a visual cue. The text-based texture set doesn't tessellate properly. You see the symbols down the dark vertical lines? The continuation of those is actually on the floor. So, even if you could read Japanese, the wall will only give you like broken sentence fragments, which not entirely helpful for trying to work out just what the space is going on with this game. And I have to wonder, is the sky ever bright when, this place has a dark tile set? It's always murky like pond water. Oh, but since I'm here, this reminds me of something else that Yuka told me. She explained something I brought up in a previous episode. I asked, why is it so many forms of Japanese media include the... What did I link on? Anyone? Anyways, no. I wanted to know why so many Japanese media things have kids meeting on top of their school. And the answer is, that's where the recreation area is. Yeah, it's basically the Japanese version of meeting in the playground or behind the bike sheds or whatever. At my school, we didn't have meeting behind the bike sheds because they were up against a wall. So behind the bike sheds was like German room 2. There was some fun in there, mind you. That was the room where somebody first showed me their bra, and then somebody lit a fire in there. In German room 2, that is, not the bra. That would be painful. What happened was, last day of school, very last day of year 11, one of the guys in my German class piled all his notes into a bin, sat it on the teacher's desk, set fire to it, and wandered off. That is how little he cared for Frau Bishop's class. Also indicative of the school that I went to, I think. When I began, it was one of the best in the area. When I left, it was one of the worst, and that's the sort of thing we're dealing with. When a couple of lads realised that... Man, those eyes are creepy. Creepier than normal, anyways. But yeah, no, when they realised that Lynx, or Axe, deodorant if you're American, when they realised that was flammable, just try and stop them from setting things on fire, you know? I always look at the arrow with the face on it. I never stop to take a look at these guys. I think this is why, because none of these are pointing anywhere in particular, it's just... it's just Wonderland up there. And speaking of which, hello, giant turtle. Ooh, I can see your underside, or not. I've never seen that behavior attached to the turtle before. Do you keep escaping? Let's find out. I guess not. Hello, Linking. Man, I've missed you. Okay, which end am I? Quick orientation check. Which looks a lot like wildly spinning the camera. A trick very often used in English TV to denote that the show you are watching is exciting, and please get excited. Oh, oh, terrified. Terrified is also good. What are you doing there? Seriously. And again, I am forced to wonder how it is such a low-poly, untextured model, actually, can just strike so much fear into my heart. And if you don't understand it, then clearly you've never met with the terrible fate, have you? Of course, coming down this corridor was a bad idea, because it's like 100 million miles long and there's nowhere to go. Except for literally anywhere, because you link when you touch the walls. Gotta say, I like the effect, though, walking down the corridor in the fog. They should make that a screensaver. Which they did. Remember when the crazy maze was a thing? It looked like Windows was running on the build engine. Ooh. Hello, Rainbow Peacocks. How are you guys doing? Is the back row gonna say hi, or do I have to make do with the glory of one? Or am I gonna link and not get anything? Door number 3, I do believe. Am I really short, or do I not know how tall this archway is? There's no pop-up, so I guess it's number 2 this time. And there's nothing out there, so I'm going to go to the flesh tunnels because I have some notes to read and some cultural symbolism to explain. I absolutely love doing that, if you haven't noticed throughout this playthrough. That is not at all what I had expected to see. What are you, monstrosity? Are you turning? No, I guess I thought he was turning to face me as I moved around. That would be weird. Okay, sure. Do that. Link me. I will read my stupid notes next time. Seriously, the Monument Garden? Well, now it's time to make a note. Next time I see the sumo wrestlers, or that freaky fish guy, I have to link with them to see where I go. Am I hearing footsteps? Because it vaguely sounds like I'm hearing footsteps. There's not meant to be anything in this room that reacts with the floor like that. You know, compared to... oh, for example, the turtle in the desert or the wandering Buddha. Seriously, just watch me come to edit this in post or check the raw files, and it's not coming from in-game, but like, you know, the builders next door or something. Wouldn't be the first time, actually. Would it? I don't know. Either way, I reckon I'm going to look quite the fool at the end of this. Which is a pretty mean feat for somebody who has thus far sunk real-world days into doing this for you guys, and not really accomplished anything by doing it. Yeah, whatever. I'm having fun doing this, and that's all that matters in an incredibly selfish and not quite right at all kind of a way. You heard that one, right? That deep whooshing noise? Wait, there it was again! Alright, I was probably wrong about the footsteps. Probably. But I am not wrong about that whooshing noise. Is that you? Is the Empire State Building secretly a rocket? Or is that blimp gonna show up? I guess not. Okay, I think I'm gonna go and link with the Eiffel Tower, because I never do that, and it might be getting lonely. Hey, you. Do you do anything? Like, I honestly forgot. Do you do anything? I guess you don't. What a mysterious game. Kind of depressing. I wrote that in a Christmas card once. What a mysterious game. Possibly won't be a surprise to some folks. I have told you folks how I once used the term cardiomyopathic in a Valentine's Day card. See, okay, so the thing is, with me anyways, when I write informally, birthday, Christmas, whatever, I write how I speak. And as you'll probably know by virtue of the fact that you are also here right now, when I do start talking, the real trick is getting me to stop. And when I start and don't stop, and I start doing this weird free association thing, I get very weird very quickly, And this is how I ended up talking about congenital heart defects as a profession of love. Alright, what do you look like? Nothing, I guess. I wasn't going mad, was I? The last time I saw her, she was phasing in and out of death, which doesn't make any degree of sense because I'm pretty sure that she's not actually a textured model in that particular context. Alright, whereabouts am I? Whoa! Hey there, Crazy Daisy. You sure are monstrous. I don't think you show up in the Dream Diary, so this is new. Okay, let's go and do something else, I guess. Hey! Hi, how's it going? Again. Hey, what's that? Oh, that's the parapets. Or is it minarets? I think minaret is a word exclusive to mosques, so yeah, let's go with parapets and link with that daisy. Let's see how that goes. Pretty badly, I think, so yeah, no, I'm getting far away from you. Let's go and hide in this labyrinthine complex that he knows and I don't. Surely this is the ideal means of escape or waking up. I mean, waking up is also a fun way of escaping. Yeah. Didn't even get a new square for my troubles. What a jip. Oh man, accidental racism. You know, stepping back a bit away from that, I found myself wondering this other day, how does the game store the data for the Grey Man? Does he have a copy of his model for every location? Or is it one model that they keep calling on? And I wonder this, because whenever I see him in the Violence District, he looks a lot more, like, vivid, like he has a higher poly count, compared to when he shows up in literally any other map in this game. Which I suppose would make sense given the context of the Violence District, and I mean, of course he's got me spooked right now, so I'm gonna have to slowly wander about this place instead of running, he says as he runs. Though I suppose that's just good practice anyways, because he likes to spawn in front of you within your stopping distance, allowing him to get away with, like, whatever it is that he actually does in this game. And I don't even want to go near doorways now. Like, I have visions of him casually just walking out of the building and right into me, you know? Alright, getting away from that. No, bad CPC gamer. No running. Stop it. It's impulsive, I'm sorry. Actually, this is new. I don't recall I've ever shown off these buildings with this texture pack. To that end, I don't think I showed off the Zen Garden either, so that's one for the to-do list. What are you? You are a tree. I thought the building was melting or slipping it into an alternative timeline or something. It's interesting how, like, with low resolution as some of these models are, you can kind of tell what they are, and holy crap, what is that? What is this? What? Okay, that's pretty funny. Googly eyes. Googly eyes make everything better. Sorry. Googly eyes make everything better. Yes. And am I the only person who thinks they missed a trick with the name Google Glass? They should be called Googly Eyes. Or Google Goggles. But with that said, I don't have the first clue about marketing. Hence why I am here playing to a mostly empty room. Should probably cut out the self-deprecation, huh? Ah, whatever, I'm 4 years in, why stop now? Oh hey, I'm reminded of a thing. I'm recording with a different setup this time round. Same PC and same dazzle that's captured everything since Fatal Frame 2, I think, but the heck are you? I have never seen you before, waitress with tray. So I'm gonna try and keep up with you, see where you're going. Or if you're a trap put there by Greystoke to try and make me run into him. Which, quite frankly, would not surprise me in the slightest. Ooh, or I'm gonna see what happens when you hit a wall, like Tengu won't. Or the Buddha guys don't, because they move way too slowly. Oh. Well, I guess now we'll never know. Rather like the history eraser button, which is a reference I love making more than I should. But I do have this young lady to interact with, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure she's not meant to spawn in this street. Wait a second, what's that? Okay, that's an untextured wall. Gotcha. Right. Excuse me, miss, but what do you do? And aren't you meant to be on the street beside the river? Or at least walking down through the Shinto gates, not past them? Yeah, whatever. I was going to link, but since I found a couple of new things, I'm going to move on. And I'm also going to finish what it was I was saying just now. I've kicked up the settings on my recording software a bit. Now you can see in its true HD glory, and it's not like jabbing needles into your eyes. Except it kind of is, because this is the PS1, and look at all these jaggedy edges. Jeez. Hopefully you can still see the sky doing that weird, badly rendered video effect that it usually does. I can see it on my TV, and I'm not going mad talking about it in whatever video it was when I originally brought that up. Anyways, I'm going to see what it was I saw over here in the draw distance, which, frankly, I'm amazed the PS1 has a draw distance that far away. Possibly because I'm playing this on a PS2, and one of the things that they kind of pushed was the hardware acceleration. And I like how I've shot from the CPC to the PS2 in such a short time span, but I'm still 13 years behind the times. Although I did upload something from Minecraft. Does that count as Gen 7? I don't care because Buddha has googly eyes and that is also hilarious. Even though he doesn't seem to think so. He looked rather nervous, like he knows we're laughing at him but he has to continue on anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go out here. Because it sure is the 80s out here, look at this. Fuchsia and zebra print everywhere. Anything in the pit? I'm guessing not. Yeah, it looks like no. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the flesh tunnels and read my notes and all that stuff that I was gonna do before. Though I do brace myself for being presented with a fish. Or nothing. Nothing also works. Nothing but eyes also works. Ugh. That's fine. I love the sentences I come up with when I'm playing this game, let me tell you. Alright, time to get your cultural understanding on. Usually when you come to this map, there's a couple of sumo wrestlers in the middle of the ring. And these guys look like a piece of paper folded in half, which is absolutely not a hardware limitation, I assure you. It's because Paper Sumo is a game that's played in Japanese classrooms. Kind of like how England has pencil cricket, and America has, I don't know, cheeseburgers saluting the flag, whatever. Basically, each player folds a bit of paper in two and draws a sumo wrestler on it, and then they tap the edge of their table so the wrestler hops forwards, and the last one standing wins. Now, there is another reason that I brought this up, but because I'm an idiot who can't spatial awareness, we're in the violence district, so I'm actually going to save that until next time. Is that a person? Probably not. Pretty sure I saw some dead bodies behind me though, so that's something to do if I'm bored. And I guess that's just bollards. By which I mean, these things are bollards. I'm not cussing in a cute little English way like I am wont to do. I think I'm gonna go tease the lamps again. It worked just wonderfully last time, so Which one was it? Was it you? Guessing not. Maybe it was this one. Oh! Yeah! Yeah, you're the one. Hey, dead body. Wow. Such jump scare, many spooky, etc, etc, etc. You know, this is kind of one of my nightmares or whatever. There are way too many overly loud noises overlapping with one another. That's not something I like. I also have nightmares about James Brown music. Go figure. Although I guess she doesn't really do anything. So, sorry, I know I kind of wasn't expecting her to show, but I kind of was and I wasn't at the same time, if that makes sense. I wasn't prepared for the horror, is all. Hi? Where am I? I was not expecting a dynamic link point like that. Okay. I'm gonna have to say it. What a mysterious game. Right. Now I'm gonna go this way and keep doing whatever it was I was going to do before... I don't know. Whoa. That's... You guys saw that, right? The little executive ball clicker of dead bodies? Why am I back here? This is weird. The music's the same, but the tiles are not. Clearly. I didn't know the game could do that. It's amazing how I know so much and so little about this game. Also women. Also life. What was I saying about the self-deprecating humor? Yeah, whatever. I'm going to ignore the lamps this time. I'm going to do some exploring at the docks. See if I can find Pyramid Head and make him do whatever it is that he's meant to do. I do have suspicions about what it is he is meant to do. All the bits of media on this disc are grouped by location rather than when they are used in the game or whatever, and there's some oddities with the violence districts, but I'll come on to those later if and when I find Pyramid Head. Although, kinda on that topic, I want to go through this thing with a model viewer. Like, I want to see how everything looks close up, and I want to see if there are... Well, if there are several versions of Grey Man, or just, you know, just the one. I want to get under this game's hood. You know, I really want to see what makes it tick. I get the feeling I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to explore this little gate thing. Now, if I had programmed this game, I'd have an enemy spawn in behind you as you stand at the door right about now. Or maybe that's because I've been playing Bioshock again, and that is basically what they did to pad out Burial at Sea. But you should still get it, because it's pretty awesome. I don't see Triangle Man, but what is that? Is that the chalk outline? Yeah, that's the chalk outline. It's just all red and wavily. Okay, I'm gonna go out and do something else. I don't know, I've been playing Bioshock again, as I say, so the only thing I know how to do is go out and find 3 of something to open a door. I don't think that works in LSD. I'm gonna go nag this sailor. Insert Shenmue joke here. Insert argument of how to properly pronounce Shenmue here. What the hell was that? You guys saw that, right? There was something in the water. So now I'm gonna have to backtrack and see what that was in post. If I remember to do that. No, I probably won't. Still, this is nice. We've only seen it, I think, once throughout the playthrough, so... Enjoy this rare-looking thing. Oh, you didn't even have the common courtesy to give me a new square. That sucks. Ah, well. I'm CPC Gamer, and join me next time for more of the same 6 maps. And until next time, goodbye.